Hi everyone, welcome back to Strike Gunpla. Today will be a tutorial on primers. Okay, how to what kind of primers we're going to use and how to mix primer. And I also add in a short clip on how to mix paints also. Okay, so if you look at the presentation in front, okay, on the left are primers which I mix for airbrushing. Okay, and on the right are spray cans. Normally it depends on situation. If I'm going to prime small parts, I will use the airbrushing version. But if it's slightly bigger parts like you know, those bad guys, rig dome, seagull, those with very huge bodies, I may use the spray can. But spray cans have a disadvantage because they tend to absorb more moisture. So it depends on situation. Okay, and airbrushing of primer is good, but they also have an issue because they will clog your booth filter very fast. So you have to change the filter often after priming. So it depends on situation. If you feel like priming in your outside in your staircase, you can use the spray cans. Okay, and with the spray cans, actually I also have a adapter to hook on to the spray can. So this one it doesn't cost a lot, but it's very useful because it's a trigger kind. So once you hook onto the spray can, you can just spray like an airbrush actually. But for a bigger area, we do that. Okay. So if you look at the airbrush version, I have 3 colors. The bigger one is the gray color because I use that often. Okay, I use this often for checking the mole lines and stuff. So normally I will prime once, I will check mole lines, I will buff the kits or figure, then I will prime again. Okay, depending on what kind of kits. Okay, so because if you want the colors to be brighter, you need the base to be white. So I have this small bottle of white surfacer. So this white surfacer, normally I prime on parts which I need the colors to be bright, like the blue, red and stuff. Those colors that you want it to be highlighted, want people to see the colors. So you need to use this white surfacer, especially you know, white. You know, this color here, the white. You need the white surfacer. And for black, actually normally is for my figure painting use, because I normally do cenital priming. So I will explain in another video on what is cenital priming or cenital painting. Okay, so just to let you all know that I do have a black surfacer also. So same goes for the spray cans, gray, white, black, all for the same usage as the airbrush version. And I suggest we use for the airbrush version, when you mix the primer, I suggest you use the Mr. Leveling Thinner. Okay, because both are from Mr. Hobby. So if you use the same brand, it will perform better than using other thinner of the different brand. Okay, so there's another thinner that I would like to introduce, is the E7 thinner. Okay, normally I will just buy the metallic thinner from E7, because all these metallic thinner, right, they will have a leveling effect. Same goes for Mr. Color. So Mr. Color leveling thinner is also good for top coats also, especially a gloss coat. because normally my gloss coat, I'm using Mr. Hobby's gloss coat also. So this is a very useful thinner. Definitely it's slightly more expensive, but we don't really have a choice because Mr. Hobby will always works. Okay, so for this E7 thinner, you can use it for their E7 paints, and I think it's worth for money also. And I use it with Gaia paints also, it's okay. So do take note on the thinner that we use. So to cut things short, let's move on to the primer mixing tutorial. Alright, let's start our primer mixing. So these are the stuff that you need for primer mixing. Okay, you need this measuring cup, weighing scale. Okay, this one I bought from Taobao, it's very cheap. Okay, a stirrer, empty bottle which I kept from the leveling thinner. It's the same, you know, it's the same bottle, 400 ml, very useful. Keep it, do not throw it away. Okay, all these mixing balls, I bought it, this AK brand, I bought it from Ammo Shop. So that's a lot. It take you don't know how many months, man, to finish it. You need the mixing balls because any paints or surfacer, you need mixing balls in the bottle to mix the paint before you use it for airbrushing. And for primer, I put at least 4 because primer is very thick. So you need more balls to mix it, to blend it better. This the Mr. Primer Surfacer 1000. This is meant for not just for model kits, also for metal and racing kits. They state metal and racing kit. I'm not sure whether it's true, but we have to try it. It's fine anyway. It's a hobby. So I bought at least 2 bottles because this is a 40 ml. Okay, 40 ml, and the mix ratio for this 1000 grit surfacer is 1:1.5 because this guy is very thick. Okay, there's another one which I always use is 1005. This one you must do a mix ratio of 1:1. Okay, because this is very thin. I tried 1:1.5. It is really too thin already. So I always do a 1:1 for the 1005. So this is the 1000. Okay, so let's get started. First thing first, you need to peel off the sticker because you have to get yourself organized when you do paint mixing, surfacer mixing, because if you do not label the bottle, you will forget what paint or what primer it is. This primer may also look like a German grey, right? So we have to get ourselves organized also, regardless it's a hobby or not. I mean, it's easy to peel. Peel it slowly. It's fine. I still have another bottle, but it's fine. Who cares? Anyway, so long you know. Okay, that's it. Okay, once you peel it off, paste it on the bottle itself. Okay, so next time you know, this is your Mr. Surfacer Primer, Mr. Primer Surfacer 1000. Okay, and get the tape. Okay, a bit kiasu a bit. So normally I will put a tape over it because over time these things will get corroded. So it's better that we protect the label also. Take the label one round. These are very cheap tape. You can buy it from Daiso. just $2. And it's useful also at home. Okay, so we have a bottle. Okay, then let's start with the thinner. Okay, of course I use a leveling thinner because Mr. Primer Surfacer is from Mr. Hobby, so definitely you must use a Mr. Hobby thinner for their surfacer. It's always that way. E7 you'll use E7 paint, you'll use E7 thinner. E7 primer, you use E7 thinner also. So I will use Mr. Hobby leveling thinner because I have a lot of leveling thinner. Okay, okay, let's and I will mix 2 bottles because I bought 2. I'll use a lot. So 40 ml of 1.5 of 40 ml is 60. So I have to pour at least 120 here. So let's turn on. Okay, this weighing scale will auto scale when you turn on. Okay, so if you leave it off, right. So, and just to make sure, let's zero it again. And let me start pouring the thinner. Let's do it this way. Okay, 120 is a lot, so just pour away, man. Oh, just nice. 121, yeah, it's okay. A bit more is fine. Okay, so let's turn off this, put one side. Okay, get your stirrer. Just shake a bit. Shake a bit first. Then open. Okay, this Mr. Hobby is quite good. They don't even need a stopper. So use your stirrer. Try to stir at least a minute, because there will be the pigment residue will sink to the bottom. So we need to stir up those stubborn pigments stuck there. Okay. And it's up to you. You have to feel it. If you don't feel thick gooey stuff at the bottom, right, then it's fine. Okay, then this is what I mean. There's no thick gooey stuff. Okay. Right, it's clean. Okay, so clean the stirrer. Okay, put one side first. Okay, start pouring into the bottle. No, let's shake again before we pour into the bottle. Okay, it's very fun because you're gonna make something that you're gonna use. Okay, do it slowly. Some people use this method. They'll put a stirrer here. Okay, then you touch the stirrer and slowly pour onto the stirrer, and the stirrer will guide the primer into the bottle. For me, I mean, because I'm experienced, so I just pour it in. But this is just to show you. Okay, hear the sound, right? It's a lot because it's 40 ml. Okay, left a bit. Yeah. Okay, left this, then we just so by the side. Okay, clean the stirrer. Make sure you clean the stirrer. Don't forget. I mean, you have to discipline yourself. Okay, so once this is done, you put one side first. Clean the. You touch your hand. Okay. Then pour a certain amount of thinner into this bottle, at least just half. Okay. Close it. Shake again. Okay, so this is a very easy way to this to make sure that you utilize every drop of thinner and primer. Okay, you pay money for all these accessories, these tools, these primers, paints. You have to make sure that you use everything. Okay, right? So open this. Okay, pour. This is how I pour it. Okay, you need to do at least twice. Okay, at least twice. And you have to inspect. Okay, there's still some at the bottom. I always do it at least twice. Okay, shake with all your might, all your strength, and take a look. Yeah, see, transparent, very transparent, right? So meaning, yeah, you already utilize everything. Okay, then pour it in. Okay, right. So actually, you still can keep this bottle if you want. Okay, normally I'll keep this bottle. You can throw if you want. We just clean it because we can use it for other stuff, for some other stuff. This kind of bottle, I think if you buy, right, it's quite expensive in a way. Okay. For paints like, you know, black, certain black that you want, okay, you can clean it. We'll clean it later when we have time. But I suggest you all keep the bottle because it's very useful. Okay. This is a very useful bottle. I mean, Mr. Hobby's bottles are quite good. So normally I'll keep all these glass bottles. The paint bottles, I won't do that. Okay, next one. Same thing, shake. Okay. And I will teach you a lazy way. This is what I do because normally I know the surfacer is quite good. Only paints have the gooey pigments at the bottom. Okay, this is how I do it. I mean, maybe it's experience. Some can't do it, so they still need the stirrer. Okay, see? Okay, you can do that. Same thing, pour half. Okay. Pour half. Shake, 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 shake. See, it's quite good, right? Shake, pour into the bottle. See? Seems so easy, right? You have to airbrush more, so you mix more. It's a hobby. I love airbrushing. I love Gunpla. Actually, I love Gundam since young. Even if someone discouraged me, I still go back to Gundam. I miss a lot of years working and stuff. So now it's my turn to enjoy my hobby during my free time. Yeah, see? Very clean. Pour it in. Alright. Get the tissue to clean the mouth. Anyway, primer. You still can keep this bottle. You need this bottle for future use. Always save the world, save the earth. Okay, it's clean. I can reuse the bottle for future. Okay. Then pour the rest of the thinner into the bottle. Remember, because at times I've forgotten. Pour slowly, because if you pour too fast, right, it will overflow. Alright. Close it back. Close properly. Make sure it doesn't spill. Okay. Doesn't spill. When it doesn't spill, then that's the time you can shake the bottle. Okay. Voila, you have a Mr. Primer Surfacer 1000 mix in the bottle, prepare for airbrushing. Okay, so this is how we do it. It will be same for paint mixing. Let's go straight to paint mixing now. Okay, now for paint mixing is the same as what we have done for a primer mixing. As usual, I took out the paint bottle sticker and paste it on the empty bottle, and of course with a masking tape to protect this, because over time it will just corrode. That's what I stated before. Then followed by the paint. Okay, we have to shake, and later we have to stir before we pour it in. And of course our so-called cannonballs. I think for this just normal paint, so I just put one, because I'm going to thin this into a 1:5, because it's for the highlighting of my bus. I just bought this color. Okay, so for one, because this bottle is 15 ml, so apparently 1:5 is 1:75 ml. So we will have to pour a 75 ml worth of thinner. Okay, so let's turn on this weighing scale, 0. Okay, and we're to start pouring the thinner. Okay, this will take some time. Patience, remember patience. This is the key to Gunpla and or figure painting. It also helps us in our well-being. I mean, in Singapore, work is so hectic, so it's good that we can do something that can slow us down a bit. Oops, not enough thinner. Let me get more thinner. Okay, sometimes it happens, and I have quite a lot of thinner at home. I have at least 3 bottles of E7 thinner. It is very necessary, because I use this thinner for paint mixing, primer mixing, and also cleaning of tools. So it's a necessity for us. Okay, I'm back. Okay, 40 ml, we need to go to 75. If you want to remember, if you want to buy this tip, right, just go to HW, Hobby Art at Works. They will sell this tip. It's compatible to most thinner bottles. Okay, 75, just nice. Okay, turn off, save the battery. Okay, we have the balls already. Okay, next, let's mix the paints. Okay, and this paint comes with also with this kind of cover. Comes with this cover to seal it. Okay, first we need to do this, because as you know, as what I stated before, the residues, paint residues, pigments are at the bottom, and it's quite quite gooey, quite thick. Okay, so we need to mix thoroughly. I also don't want to waste any paints. It's really fun, no, to mix paints, airbrush, see your final product. It's a kind of a relaxing hobby. Do not always take it that you must go for competition and stuff. Competition, it depends on situation. I mean, competition, it depends on judges also. Doesn't mean you have some so-called hard rules that you follow some model and you can win the competition. I don't think that's the case. You want to join competition, you should take it in the way that you want to make friends. You want to just participate. At least you have some achievement in life. Even if you didn't win, at least you know you joined the competition. Because, for example, Texidrine will give you a lanyard, so you just keep the lanyard, and you know which year you join, and also their title for your piece. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Okay, of course, we got the tissue, clean off the paint. As you see, the pigment is quite hard, thick. Okay, be careful, slowly pour. Take your time to pour the paint in. Okay. It's still a bit thin. I mean, it's still very light in the bottle. So normally I will pour a bit of thinner to make the bottle heavier, because there's one time it's so light that I just sweep, pop, you know what happened. Okay, so now we pour the thinner into the bottle. If you have a ultrasonic cleaner, you can do that to break down the pigments also, but those at the bottom are really stubborn, so you still need a stirrer to do that, the metal stirrer. So let's shake. It'll take some time, but it's fine, part and parcel of mixing paints. I have a lot of bottles. Then those paints normally are the ones that I like very much. I'm going to buy the Mr. Hobby Gundam version paint also. One day I will show you all the video too. If you look at this, right, it's coming off. We need at least two mixers so that we can thoroughly utilize the paint. Second round is, you see, it's nearly empty already. I think just one more mix will be fine. Actually, those who are working, if you come back home, do not bring work home. Okay, because it will stress your mind so much that you may have anger management issues. Do something, do Gunpla. If the wife next, ignore, or just smile at her, or buy something good. Buy anything that she likes, Gucci bag or LV. Make her happy for at least 6 months, so you have 6 months of peace, right? Okay, yeah, you see, it's very clear. I think it should be enough. Okay, let's pour this in. Okay, see, it's clean. Everything Even the pigments, all the residue, the char all goes in already. So after that, put back the cover, lock it, and you can throw it away. Okay, and do not forget to pour the remaining thinner in. Okay, slowly pour. Oh, just nice. Yeah. Because this is the 100 ml bottle, 75 plus 15 is nearly 90. Okay, then clean the mouth. Seal it tightly. Make sure you seal this also before you really shake. And when you shake, right, monitor first, see whether anything is dripping out or not. Nothing, right? This one is normal. Normally you get it when you mix the paints. It's okay. Later we can clean it. Okay, then start shaking. If you feel that you need more of the iron balls, use more if you want, but I don't think it's necessary for paints. Because if you need more, that means something is wrong with the paint mixture. It's too thick already. For me, this should be good enough because it's just for highlighting. Okay, if it's, I have to test on a spoon or something to see how thick the paint is. Now I can't see anything. We'll do that another time. Yeah, so same like the primer mixing. Okay, so you have your paint. So do enjoy paint mixing. Choose the paints that you like. Okay, ignore what others say your color is ugly or what. Your Gunpla is your Gunpla, right? Choose the color that you want, that you like, you find it pleasant. Mix, airbrush, look at your final figure, just like this guy. Some people may not like this color scheme, but I like this color scheme. It is my Gunpla. Okay, so what can they say? I like it, they don't like it, that's their business, right? This is a hobby, not a competition. Even if it's a competition, the judge may not like your color, or the judge may like your color. So you never know, right? So do help to like and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that if there's any new videos, it will ping you to watch my video. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I will post more videos, and I think the next one will most probably be my rig dome. Actually, I want to go for rig dome. We'll see how. Thank you very much. See you again. Goodbye.